Kyle in Belmore. Kyle, good afternoon. How are you, sir?
Doing well, guys. How you doing today?
Great.
So, what you guys were talking about earlier on in the show about the change in culture and now how that's a theme with certain players nowadays.
Yeah.
I think you got to attribute that all to the explosion of social media. I mean, now if a guy doesn't get enough touches during the game, he's going ahead and shooting a tweet out or putting something up on Instagram.
Yep.
And now everything's more visible. Everything's got more legs. When it used to be an issue in the locker room, maybe a guy was getting interviewed by Newsday, and that's the most you would hear about it. But
I agree with you, by the way. I think the advent and proliferation and success and popularity of all those sites, and we're all on them, so it's not that we don't partake, we all do, I think has had a negative impact on a lot of aspects of what we do.
A lot of it has had a positive impact, believe it or not, because, I grew up in the 90s, so it was, basically with our last call with Kyle, what you're talking about, the only access we were going to get to players is Bobby Bonilla's quoted in Newsday, I like the fact that players, I like the fact that Marcus Stroman, I'll use him as an example because he just did it, can tweet out a video of him working out. There feels like a closeness, and you get to learn more about a player. I don't think he's talking
about that stuff. I think,
but it's connected. That's my point, though, Craig.
Listen. Let's just call it the way it is.
Go ahead.
Everyone became unbelievably sensitive to everything, and whether that has lended itself now to cancel culture, or like no one's got a sense of humor, no one can be made fun of anymore. Jokes aren't taken the way that they're meant. Everyone, oh my God, you've offended my sensibilities. Every one of us. We've all changed, and the world has. Like, a ball player, hey, I don't like the way you treated me, or a fan saying something, or an owner. It's not just athletes, it's all of us.
Right.
But it's a fact. We've become so sensitive. Now, all of a sudden in the past, if someone said something about you, let's say, that you found objectionable, or you were sensitive to, what was your outlet? Not a lot of outlets. Mm-hmm. You either dealt with this, sucked it up, and you moved on. In a very rare opportunity, maybe you could confront the person that said something, right? Mm-hmm. But now with Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff, any little teeny thing. Like yesterday, Carton, you offended people with 6 toes. And the 6-toe conglomerate of people are going to boycott your sponsors. Right. And you suck. And we have access now. Like, if I go on Twitter right now, anybody listening has direct access to me and my eyeballs and my ears, right?
Yeah.
So you could say whatever you want, and there's no accountability for it. I don't know who you are. Mm-hmm. I don't know where you live. I don't know what your name is.
But you're only looking at the negative of that.
Well, no, and there's positive, too.
That's my point, though.
We raised a lot of money for charity that way.
There's a lot of positive that comes out of it.
We probably save lives that way.
Sure.
But the access we have to each other and how we use it is overall negative, not positive.
There are a lot of negatives to it. There are a lot of positives to it. And I think a lot of it is how you use it. When we're talking about athletes and we're talking about sports, I think it's good in general for fans to have access or feel like they get to know a player more than they ever did in the 80s or 90s. I'm not dismissing the negativity that's connected to it. Of course there is.
Yeah, but
there's a lot of positivity.
What you've done is we've empowered cowards is what we've done.
I get that.
That's exactly what we've done.